resistance is a cauldron of pressure, and that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the banks of the Mississippi River, Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis, home to the Memphis Tigers. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Tigers offense will have the football first. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did. He was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
And that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Chambers. Finds the tight end. There he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Gonna run it. It's Scott. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll move the wide receiver. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bell. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Guys, let's talk about Memphis. Losing early in the year can be detrimental, also can be galvanizing. You realize not much margin for error, and they suddenly have put it together and won their last 2.
The dips in the season early really served as motivation for them, and they were able to turn the page. They were able to be resilient. 18 to 22-year-olds in college football, David, it's easier said than done, but this team really is about that.
Yeah, and they're starting to get it together, and you can see it. Like, I think early in the season, too, Jesse, you're figuring out who you are as a team. I think they kind of got that figured out, and I look for this team to win today and climb up into those rankings.
And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he... about something later, and you can see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down and distance.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Memphis.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Ohio State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game. And he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. The short hands, it's Porter. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide, he sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass, he'll take that completion.
Makes the grab. He's close to the 1st down, and they're going to mark him just a little short. The Buckeyes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Got him downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Nice play offensively. You go with the toss to the left, and how about the blocking downfield by the wide receiver on that play? If you're going to run to the perimeter, you got to have guys doing work downfield for you, and they had it on that one.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the...
Touchdown, Buckeyes! Quick strike through the air for the score. Extra point here will tie the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Find space on the right, and they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
Oh, he's got some space. Ball down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why...
Touchdown, Tigers! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Maryland proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Terps team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Now the play fake. Makes the grab. On the move at the 30. Breaks into the open. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. To throw, it's Underwood. Pocket breaking down. Might be looking to run. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Henry. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. Maybe a little long for a field goal, definitely too short to punt. Not much of a choice here as they'll go for it on 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Maybe a tad out of field goal range and way too close to punt it. Kind of in no man's land, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Chambers. Complete. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Henry. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. They'll go back to the ground. Plows through the defense. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Henry. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 11. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the 1st down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. Hey, listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that 1st down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions.
He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a set.
Turning it on! They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
Makes the grab. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. And this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Steps away to find some room. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Well, they go with the bootleg, and it works that time. You saw the defensive end came crashing down the line of scrimmage. He was sold on the fact that the running back was going to have the ball. So nice job with the ball fake by the Q. And then he's able to use that speed to get outside. Nice positive play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On the move. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. From the gun, running back on the move. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to...
There he goes. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Bell. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Chambers. Finds his tight end. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
And here they come going for the 1st down on 4th and 2. He's looking to throw. Hauls it in the 1st down and more. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. The toss to the right. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
It's complete on the right side. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. Oklahoma State stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Stillwater. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. To the air on first down. With the catch, it's Porter. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. They get to the line quickly. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Roberts. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Makes the catch. It's Brown. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And the Buckeyes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Paul. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
He's got it on the move. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at this.
He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Chambers. Makes the catch. It's Henry. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The short hands, it's Bell. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Off play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis.
Memphis about to boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes with the return. And the returner will be dragged down. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got some space.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Looking for a man. It's Chambers. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Got his man on the right. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback running on the draw. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Give to the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. This Memphis offense going to work again on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Henry. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. Quick strike complete. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. He got it. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Graham. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Looking left. He's got it. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. And, you know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense, and you got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first round, that's what they did. And this guy right here, I think he has the ability to be a first-rounder in the future.
The Buckeyes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Trying play action. Snagged in the middle. It's Miller. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Looking for the goal line. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They've relentlessly moved forward. Now it's getting down to Cases. 3rd and goal. Quickly complete. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The Tigers backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. A little old-school football riding the big fella, and a nice gain on that one.
Yeah, this guy's an athlete, too. He's not just a blocker. You can hand off the ball, and he can go find positive yards. Shows you right there.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and trying to stay on the field.
And you got to throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally, okay? Those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field, always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give them the ball, give them a bone, reward them for all of his hard work.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bell. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Rush is on him. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here,
Breaks into the open. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Nice move there.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, we had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. We're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And now the ball is knocked free. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
We reach the break, and Memphis is holding on to the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Give to the fullback. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Memphis will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That number 1 beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world is on your shoulders. He uncorks one deep. He's got it along the sideline. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Option look. It's Underwood.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Forced out of bounds. Good pick up there on the ground.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from a defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get 1st downs, and that's a nice job sneaking in the run.
Turning it on. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Caught over the middle. It's Miller. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Wideout trying to get it in. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. The Buckeyes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Notre Dame is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Joe Montana, this might not be over yet. They're trailing by just 4 to Northwestern. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And they're kind of going to their closer now, right? Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tackle, falls forward, paving holes, and this is a good opportunity for this offense to keep pounding and try to run that clock out.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Chambers. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the #1 team in the country unless they can pull it together here in the final moments. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
And sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Still running at the 40. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Quarterback on the keeper. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Snake scores it.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
Gets it out quickly. Crosses the 30. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen, because they're just so dynamic.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll power it inside with the fullback. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the first down. Nice play.
Give to the big fullback. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Chambers. Makes the grab on the left. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40. It would be nice to pick up a few yards on 3rd down, because from here, it's a 57-yard attempt. Fires to the big fella. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. The quick out. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll immediately call timeout.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. The Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Fires to the big fella. Shakes off the defender. They do get the clock stopped. He gets out of bounds, but going backwards is really not an option at this juncture. That roughing call probably stems from frustration as this guy has cut them into pieces. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. The holder will kneel at the 33, a 43-yard attempt for the win. From 43 yards out, never a doubt, ball game. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0.